What is going on, everybody? Oh, happy. Wee! Wee! He gone! Or as Vince McMahon once said, you're fired. Nick Wick, they remember 18 months. The ringleader is gone. Yes. Kyle, they remember 9 months. True restart for the Giants. It's finally time to rebuild. Let's go. Definitely did not plan on being live today. It's funny because my workout buddy actually texted me at work. He said, I can't make it today. Let's go tomorrow. Normally my day off is tomorrow. And I just happened to be looking at my phone and I saw this and I said, there's no way I ain't coming on here and celebrating with my fellow Giants fans. What is going on, everybody? How is your Tuesday going? Mine is going pretty good. You know whose Tuesday isn't going very good today? Joe Judge. Joe Judge's Tuesday ain't going very good. That's all right. Ours is. Wiping my nose with the Giants playbook right there. Wipe my nose. And don't worry. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry. We will definitely have Joe Judge on for a press conference talking about his firing tomorrow. Ben, thank you so much for the I don't even have anything to drink down here. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, we're finally a football team again. The clown show is over. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And Meat, thank you so much for the super sticker. I can't really do the fire with this, but thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Sarah, thank you, remember, for 17 months. She says, I'm so glad as a Colts fan for you. Bye, Felicia. That's right. Bye, Felicia. DB from EP, thank you for the super chat. He says, nah. Hey, goodbye. My phone's starting to blow up because Joe Judge is gone, and everybody knows that I'm happy about Joe Judge. You know, it's amazing because yesterday, if you watched my video yesterday, I mean, you saw I was pretty upset. I mean, I didn't think they were going to get rid of him. I thought we were stuck with him. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you know, they didn't fire him, and now they're going to have a GM come in here, and the GM is going to have to mess around with Joe Judge. We're going to have to do this. We're going to have to jump through hoops, and it's going to be a disaster. And they said no. John Mara finally heard the fans. We did it right this time. They're going outside of the organization. There's a ton of people they're looking at to fill this GM void, and they don't need to deal with Joe Judge. They don't need to deal with that guy in the building. They have free reign now. They can do whatever they want. They can bring in whoever they want. That person can make whatever decisions they want. John Mara, they did it right this time. And hopefully, as things progress, I would love Brian Flores here. I don't know why Miami let him go. I would love him here. I would love Jim Harbaugh here. But see, now this is the thing too, guys. This is the thing. Because they didn't wait to fire Joe Judge, all the candidates are there. Because if you would have waited weeks, all the good candidates would have been gone. So they did this. They got rid of it. They exorcised the demon. Let's hope. The reality, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And there he goes. Harbaugh or Flores, please. I'm with you, man. I would love those guys. Easy Lopez, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. No more head clown right. No more head clown right there. All right. I gotta go. I gotta go look at the tape. See, I got fired. Maybe I need to take a timeout. Yuri, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. He says John Mara woke up and smelled the coffee. It's about time. Bad Cat, thank you for the super chat. Says, let's freaking go. Judge will have an all time in the world to watch film. Now, yes, now he can go watch the film and look at the tape and take all of his timeouts. Get plenty of timeouts right there. He has all the timeouts he wants right now. J-Man J, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Says, give me Joe. I hope I'm saying that right. Schoen and Flores. I don't know much about the GMs. I can't speak to them. That is for sure. Now I'm going to have to actually take a look at this. I'm so happy that they did this. I'm so happy that they did this the right way, that they got rid of him. I don't know why he got an extra day, but I'm so glad, man. DC for life, thank you, brother. He said Joe Judge should have stayed with the Patriots. I think Belichick was trying to jettison him. Robert the Human, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Play the circus music one last time. Hallelujah. 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 You want the circus music one last time? Let's see if I can cue this up for you real quick. See if I can cue this up real quick. Here we go. Ready? He gone, he is fired. Goodbye. Lotta, thank you so much. This is why YouTube is great. Look at my man Lotta with a $20 super chat saying Eagles fan saying congratulations. Respect, sir. Appreciate that very much. You know it's bad. You know Joe Judge is bad when an Eagles fan comes on here and congratulates us for getting rid of Joe Judge. You know it's bad when Eagle fans and Cowboys fans and Jets fans like, man, I feel bad for you. We started it over. They listened. They flushed everything. Finally. Dashy, thanks so much. Appreciate you, my man. He says, I think you should be happy right now, but I'd look for either offensive minded head coach or Flores, who got fired by Miami yesterday. I'm a big Flores guy. I like Flores a lot, but I'm also with you, Dashy. I would definitely take an offensive-minded guy. I want to get a guy in here that wants to build this offensive line. We get Daniel Jones behind it. We see what we have with Daniel Jones, and if Daniel Jones ain't the guy after next year, you dump him. You dump him. Listen, I'm not the biggest Daniel Jones fan, but I swear to God, Joe Judge held him back. I don't know what Daniel Jones can be. I know he can be better than what he was under Joe Judge. That much I know. That much I know. He may not be a top 15 quarterback. Certainly may not be a top 10 quarterback. I know he's better than what the hell he had here with Joe Judge. I know that he's better than that. Robert, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. He says, let's go. My best birthday gift. Plus, it's tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday, Robert. And yes, an early birthday present for you, my good man. Sinigaga Steak, thank you, brother. He says, Joe Judge is fired. There is a God. I'm serious, guys. Yesterday when I made that video, I really felt like crying. I was not lying about that. I really wanted to cry when I thought they were going to keep that guy around because I'm like, what did we see? The guy ran a quarterback sneak with third and 9. He ran a quarterback sneak 3rd and 9. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Appreciates his Byron Leftwich. It's another big name that's out there too. But you know what I like? They're going to go in. The Giants. I'm so excited I can't even talk. I'm so excited I can't even talk right now. I'm so excited I can't talk right now. The Giants are going to do an extensive search for a GM, and then they're going to do extensive searching for coach. Like they're doing it correctly, which is what they're supposed to do. And I'm happy that they did it this way. I'm happy there was no stagnation with a GM and then the coach and the GM and then the coach. You know, the Barber Mosaic. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. He says, Josh McDaniels. No more Patriots, guys. No more Patriots, guys. No more Patriot guys. Justin Nickpour, thank you so much. Not Harbaugh. Career kind of, my phone is just going crazy. Career loser, kicked out of San Francisco and almost Michigan. Yeah, but look at how much he turned them around. He turned those guys around. He turned San Francisco around. He turned Michigan around. Irish Giants fan, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. This is a great day. Right decision had to be made, and it was. Let's bring in a great GM, and let's do this right. I'm so happy right now, man. This is the happiest I've been in 5 years at the Giants, for real. J-Man J, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Brian Flores is from BK Stand Up. Well, I just like the fact that we're going to get somebody. It's not Joe Judge. That makes me very happy that we're going to get somebody that's not Joe Judge. A-Bomb, my man. What's going on, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. I caught you. Trust me, A-Bomb. I catch the videos, my man. I don't comment, but I watch them. I can tell you this, A-Bomb. 98% of this chat is pulling for your Niners to whoop that Cowboy ass. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that. 1,100 people in the house. You know what to do. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. Because obviously we're going to have a lot more to talk about. And yeah, we will have a closer press conference for Joe Judge this week. Don't worry about it. Joe Judge, he'll be here. I am rolling with the Niner Empire this week, A-Bomb. I want you guys to win. Definitely. Christian, thank you. I really appreciate the super chat. It says, going to New Jersey this weekend to visit family. I expect parades in the streets now. Yes. They should have parades in the streets for sure. Johnny ABA, thank you for the super chat. He says, Merrill looked at the tape, but it wasn't good. It's fitting they fired him today, so this amazing news wasn't buried along with all the other coaches. Maybe that's what they waited for, because this one does stand out. I'm serious, man. You go back and look at that video I did yesterday. I was really upset. Like, I was depressed. I was sitting there saying, I don't know if I can do a season, another Giant season. I can now. Now there's some hope. Finally, there's some hope. PJ, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. He says, take a lap, bozo. Smoking that Judge pack. Yeah, Joe Judge can go run laps around the unemployment office right now, is what he can do. Thanks, Joe. We hardly knew ye. The A-Bomb, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. He says, my cowboy hates on my Uncle A-Bomb channel. I'm subscribed to your Uncle A-Bomb channel. I'm subscribed. I saw your little onion bet. I saw your video. I saw it. I told you. A-Bomb, I got you covered, brother. I got you covered. Anthony, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It says the clown show just rolled out of town. I don't have a pick for GM. Like I said, I don't know much about the GMs. When the Giants bring these guys in for interviews, I'll do more research, but I really don't know. I don't know much about them. I don't have a lot of time to research GMs. I don't really know who makes a good GM. You really have to do extensive research to see what kind of player personnel and coaching, everything else that they've done, where they were. So it's hard for me to just come out and pick one right now. But I do know that they have some people lined up, which is good. And it looks like they are going to go outside of the organization. And you know that this fact that they fired Joe Judge means that they're not promoting Kevin Abrams. So, NYG, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It says, we did it. We fired him. Yes, we did. We fired his ass. He gone. Alien, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. He says, rejoice. Now bring the Brinks truck for Harbaugh. Listen, I'm just so glad Joe Judge ain't here, man. I'm glad that they did it this way. Visk Grizzly, thanks so much for becoming a member, man. I really appreciate it. Visk Grizzly. It's a good name for the Dog Pound, too. Welcome to the Dog Pound, sir. Dog Pound members, where you at? Welcome, Visk Grizzly, into the Dog Pound. Who? Let's go. Let's go. Riff Raff, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I appreciate it. I started watching the Giants in 2016, so losing is all I know. Thank you for making this season a bit more bearable. Much love from Cleveland. Hey, thank you, Riff Raff, because without you, guys like you, guys and girls in the chat watching the videos, I wouldn't have been able to get through the season either. So I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And yes, you hopefully, Riff Raff, hopefully soon, my man, you will see a turnaround here with the Giants, and you'll know some winning. I'm old enough to remember when we won, which is why this was so hard for me to deal with all the time. Chris, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. He says, as a Cowboys fan, I wish the Giants gave Judge a 5-year extension, but seriously, I'm happy for you. Joe Judge is a clown. See, this is how great, like I said, you know it's bad when Cowboys and Eagles fans come in here and they're like, I'm happy for you, Baddog. I appreciate that. Because, when I say this all the time, when it comes to the NFC East, we hate each other's teams, but there is definitely a mutual respect there. And we love when all of us are good and the competition's really good. And it hasn't been. We've been terrible. Washington's been kind of meh. Dallas has pretty much been the class of well, I shouldn't say that because the Eagles won a Super Bowl in the last 5 years and Dallas has been close and then off and then, kind of up and down. We've been terrible though. New Jack TV. Thanks so much for the $5. Boom. I really appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much. Darnell Milan, thank you, brother. It is confirmed. Ian Rappaport confirmed that he is out. He gone. He is gone. Ian Rappaport confirmed it. I came on. He had to double check. I'm like, I'm not doing a video. I'm going live. We're going live and celebrate because I don't usually do live streams in the middle of the day. No way we weren't going live for this fantastic news. A-Bomb, thank you, brother. I really appreciate the super chat. He says, you will always be the TTC GOAT. Hashtag respect for Bison. I appreciate that, A-Bomb. I did my damage in the TTC. I was pretty good at talking trash. That's right. I can still bring it. Harry, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. He says, hey, Baddog, the new GM and the new coach. Let's get this draft right. I could not agree with you more. Let's get a coach who will bring out the best in DJ like the Cardinals did with Murray. Well, this is true, too, but Murray's a lot more talented than DJ. And Kyler Murray's one of my favorite players in the NFL. So I love Kyler Murray, but yeah, I want to get some linemen in here for sure. And I want to get Daniel Jones some protection and open up some holes for Saquon and see what the hell we got. Let's see what we got. Let's get a guy that knows how to coach a football team. Joe Judge was a good talker, but he wasn't a good coacher. He's a good talker, but he never backed up the words he said. It was empty words. It was empty promises. That's how he got his job. He had no merit to stand on. They said, "Oh, that John Mara bought the same thing that people like I did," and they listened to him and they probably said, "Wow, this guy's got it together. This guy's going to be good," and this guy wasn't good. And I knew it from week 1 this year. Week 1, I was all over his ass because the joke the beginning of the year was, who's the first person Baddog's doing a rant on? Everyone said Daniel Jones, and they're like, never expected it to be Joe Judge. Simon, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. He says, I'm happy, but also pissed because I need a new pick. Yeah, we can find you a new pick. We'll get you a good pick. Abe, thank you so much. I appreciate you. He says, experienced coach, please. We definitely need an experienced coach. We definitely need a coach that knows what the hell he's doing. Shelvin, thank you for the $2. Boom! I really appreciate it. Somebody said Mara's next. I wish. Listen, Mara did it right this time. I'm going to give Mara a break. Mara's got to. They do have to get the GM and the coach right in the draft, though. They got to do this. They did the easy part. The easy part was flushing the turd down the toilet. Now the hard part is cleaning the damn toilet, making that thing sparkle. That's what you got to do. Got to make it sparkle. Now you got to build the foundation and build that house the correct way. Carter, thank you, brother. Carter, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Where do you think Joe Judge goes future? I mean, I heard the Circus is hiring. They could use some clowns. Barnum and Bailey? Maybe he can be the clown. Maybe he can get shot out of a cannon into the Hudson River. I don't think Joe Judge. Darren, thank you, brother. I really appreciate the super chat. He says, I feel like I can breathe. Hopefully this is the start of a new day. Oh, it is the start of a new day. Oh, happy days are here again. At least for today. Happy days are here again. I'm not even a singer. I don't even know that's a song, but I'm happy. I did a complete 180 from the video I did yesterday to today. Complete 180. Winner Circle, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Listen to what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. The Eagles and the Cowboys fans supporting me. I appreciate you. He says, I was hoping Joe stayed, but congratulations, Baddog. Happy for you. I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate the hell out of my Giants brothers and sisters out there that deal with this crap week in and week out for years like we have. But I really do. It makes me feel good that the things that I do on here, the videos I make, the things that I say, that Cowboys and Eagles fans come in here and they're actually happy for me. They're actually happy for us that, they hate, like I said, they hate our team, but they're like, you know what, man, I'm happy. You can't, we don't like to see this stuff happen. We're going to joke around, go, yeah, I wish that guy stayed there. I wish that guy stayed there forever. But yeah, that's why I appreciate you. That's why YouTube's great, man. You know what I mean? Lauren, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Congratulations. Welcome to the 21st century, Mr. Mara. We've been stuck in the 90s for a while. Facts. Facts. He finally stepped into the 21st century. Zach Attack, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. The circus is leaving town. It is. No more clown show. No more clown show. Thank God. Lou Mateo, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Super chat said, thank you, football gods. Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. No more quarterback sneaks on 3rd down and 9. Lisa, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I truly believe Judge held Jones back with his conservative style of play. Lots of us quarterbacks have better numbers than him. Goodbye, Joe. Hey, I just look at Detroit and what Detroit was able to do. Listen, Dan Campbell called out. He called out Jared Goff and said, you're not doing it. The quarterback's not doing a good job. And ever since that point, Jared Goff started balling out. The Lions they didn't win a lot of games, but they scored a lot more points than we did. Their offense was a lot better. Did you see what they did against they broke out all the stops against Green Bay, and we're running quarterback sneaks on 3rd down and 9 with nothing to lose. Maybe he wanted to get fired. DC for life. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Giants players want this clown out of the building. He gone. He's out. We don't got to worry about it anymore. Jihad, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. The whole front office needs to be shit canned to drain the swamp. We'll see how else goes. We got rid of Dave Gettleman. And we got rid of Joe Judge. Obviously, the Patrick Graham's probably going to take a head coaching job someplace else for sure. Freddie Kitchens is going to go with Joe Judge or the Circus. But we're going to have a completely different coaching staff this year, which is great. There's going to be nobody left on this coaching staff. It is completely wiped clean. Visk, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. He says, I was slowly losing hope yesterday as the day went on, but the waiting was worth it oh, God, yes. Oh, God, yes. Yeah, like I said, that video I did yesterday, I was so sad. And today it's like when I heard this news, I'm like, oh my God, we're going live. We talking about Joke Judge out of New York. Let's go. Tyler, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Woo! Did something right for a first. That's right. Finally got it right. Finally. David Lydell, thank you so much for the $5. Boom! I appreciate it very much, man. My man, Al Bats. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Do you think my hair will grow back now? As long as mine grows back first, Al. We can compare. If you can find a way to grow your hair back, if you can find a way to grow your hair back, let me know. Let me in on your secret, my man. Let me in on this secret. It's an Italian thing. I don't know. Dire Giants fan, thank you, brother. Really appreciate the super chat. He says, such a breath of fresh air. Have to deal with another year with what was last. Related to every minute of your last video. Too real. Thank you, Mara. Maybe John Mara heard that video. You know John Mara watches the bad thing. Maybe John Mara watched that video and said, man, I can't do this to Baddog anymore. And you know what? You know what else I heard? This is some more breaking news. I heard that next year, Mara's going to give away a large soda to every seat that is a ticket holder, not just the account holder. He's going to upgrade it to a large. I heard that. That's on, it's on whatever the word I'm looking for there. Cheese Whiz, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Now beat writers might stop stealing your Joe Judge. Yeah, they listen, man, I had a guy on Twitter take away my medium soda joke. I had, the clown show thing. Listen, someone said, you didn't invent clown show. No, I didn't, but I was the first one to relate clown show to the Giants, and it blew up. It blew up, but we don't got to worry about that no more. We don't got to worry. I want to talk good things, man. I want to talk positive about the damn Giants for a change. People are like, you're negative. Yeah, I was, because there was nothing to be positive about. We had the worst record in football over the last 5 years of the Jets. Not much positive to go on. I want to be able to say nice things about the Giants. I want to be pumped up about that. I watched my man Uncle Lou last night, right? My man Uncle Lou, biggest Georgia fan you ever want to be. They hadn't won a title since 1980. I was in that stream pretty much the entire game and watching how happy he was and just thinking how happy I was for Uncle Lou to win a championship. And I'm sitting there going, man, it's been a long time. I remember that feeling because I've seen my teams win a lot of, championships, thankfully. But I can tell you, I miss that feeling. And I want that back. And I'm just thinking, God, it would be nice if the Giants were good. And hopefully this is the start of it, man. Hopefully this is the start. This is what we needed. That 3rd down and 9, quarterback sneak, reverse wishbone formation. Maybe that was the rock. Maybe we finally hit the bottom. We're coming up. Peter, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. He says, I saw this news and thought of you, Baddog. Congrats. Thank you, my man. Really appreciate it, man. I appreciate all you guys. We got 1,800 people in here. I'm not the only one that's excited about this. And I thank you guys and girls so much for all the support over the past couple of seasons, which has been god-awful here in New York. And you guys and girls are the best, man. You really are. I love you guys and girls to death. You guys are great. I said that even when I was upset. I'm happy today, though. I'm really happy. I might go grab a beer out there in the garage. NYB, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. He says, freedom, no more clown. Please, no more. A-Bomb, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, you sound like I did after Balky got canned in San Fran. I'm so happy, A-Bomb. I couldn't do another year with Joe Judge. That guy was killing me, man. Joe Judge was killing me. He was killing me. Leo, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. He says, I'm sort of heartbroken, but maybe Eagles versus Giants will actually have some meaning to both teams soon. That's when the rivalry is at its best. Go Birds. You know what I mean? Look at all the Eagle and Cowboy fans. This is why the sports community is great. It's why the NFC is great. Something like this happens. Eagle fans and Cowboy fans and Washington fans are like, damn, I wish I would have kept them. But they come in here to like, yo, I'm happy for you, man. Because let's get some competition. Let's have every team be good in the NFC East again. Let's have all of us have hope. The Eagles completely overachieved. Outside of the Eagles fan base, I can't imagine. I don't think anybody thought the Eagles were going to be good. Look at them. They're in the playoffs. That's what a good head coach and a good GM can do. Turn it around in 1 year, which is what they did. They deserve a lot of credit for that. Even if they don't win any playoff games, what they did in one season and ended up with 3 first-round draft picks, it's amazing. Orphanage Grom, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. As a Jets fan, I'm happy for the Giants, for the brother Giants. With that being said, let's make offensive guru Adam Gase head coach and Bobby Boston. He is so Adam Gase going to go hang out with Joe Judge. They're going to hand out large sodas in the parking lot. That's what they're going to do. They're going to put flyers. Joe Judge is going to be the guy putting flyers on your windshield at the parking lot during the games. Jeff Maldo, thank you so much. Appreciate you, my man. He says, free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. Free at last. The clown has been booted. He gone. G-Ton, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. He says, not sure if you ever watched Entourage. I haven't. But the Ari Gold scene, get the F out. Get the F out is what I'm thinking right now. So hyped up. Oh, hell yeah. I'm hyped up, man. I am so happy. Jamal, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. He says, let's see the Judge a headset one last time for old time's sake. What do I do here? Oh, the Judge headset one last time. I can't hear. Oh, sorry. I can't hear. I can't hear. Time out. Time out. Time out. Can't hear. Can't hear. We're going to look at the tape. Let's run a quarterback sneak right there. 3rd down and 9, quarterback sneak. That was the thing to me, man. Joe Judge, that play, really, I mean, that was it. The dude quit. He quit. That, I swear to God, that play fired him. That quarterback sneak got him fired. He quit. That was an absolute, I waved the white flag, I give up. He quit. He got canned for it. Al Bats, welcome back to the Dog Pound, sir. I think you've been a member before. It doesn't show up on my StreamYard. But Al Bats, welcome into the Dog Pound. Where are the Dog Pound members at? Welcome Al Bats back into the Dog Pound. Who? Let's go. Jesse, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. Mara, note, Fool Joe will stay, would affect his ownership. Yes, it would have. It would have hurt him. The fan base was not happy with Joe Judge, and they were not going to be happy if he stayed. He would have had a hard time selling tickets for sure. Ans Kulu, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He says we can hang in there for the next 2 to 3 years of roster rebuilding and cap fixes with professional football people in leadership positions. Exactly. We start building. We just want to see improvement. You don't want to see regression. You don't want to see regression when you're terrible. We were terrible. And we regress somehow. You want to see improvement. You can deal with improvement if it takes a couple of years. You know? Danny Boy, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He says, Baddog, you 100% helped this guy. I'm not going to take credit for that. I'm not going to go that far. You know what? Not 100%. A very small percentage, Danny Boy. All of us Giants fans helped get that guy out of there. All of us that voiced our displeasure. Everywhere. You don't think that they hear this stuff on social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff? The media? Yeah, they hear it. He heard it loud and clear. David, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Better times coming, my man. I was at Super Bowl 42 and 46. Would love to see it again soon. 95% of the people in the chat would love to see that too, my man. Trust me. Al Bats, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. He says, my man, glad to see you again. Do you think my hair will grow back? I told you, Al. If mine grows back, yours can grow back. If you find a way to grow your hair back, like I said, let me know. I'd like to grow mine back too. It grows everywhere else. Just don't grow up here like it used to anymore. Safe, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Mike Glennon for coach. No, thank you. Maybe Ed Clown. Maybe you can go with Joe Judge and Ed Clown. He spits Pez out of his neck. He's Pez dispenser. Owen Hightower, thank you for the $2. Boom! I really appreciate it, man. Simon Z, thank you for super chat. Appreciate it. He says, spot on the toilet analogy. Question, who is the next head coach? It's a great question. I really don't know. I love Brian Flores. I'm a big Harbaugh guy. I would like to take a look at Eric Bieniemy. There's a lot of guys out there that I think the Giants can interview. I think the Giants need to go through a vigorous process and bring in many. But I also think this. I think the fact that you are bringing in a new GM and you have 2 top 7 picks in this year's draft and you have a pretty young team and the cap space would be better in 2023, I think you're going to get some good candidates. I really do. I think this has become a much more attractive job than it was 2 days ago. Or yesterday even. Davey, thanks so much, brother. I appreciate it. He says, I'm ecstatic. Best news in forever. I was right there with you on Judge. Great start to the offseason. Damn right. And Gettleman's gone. No more Gettleman, no more Judge. The clown show is gone. I know a lot of you guys are with me there on Joe Judge. I know a lot of you guys felt the way I did. And that's why I'm saying, if it wasn't for you guys and girls, man, it would have been really difficult for me to get through to season 2. Conrad, thank you so much, my man. Appreciate it. He says, breaking news, Giants just signed Chris as head coach and Baddog as GM. I don't want that. I don't want those problems. I'd have to fire myself in 2 days. I'd have to rip myself in the media if I was the GM. I just sit here and watch. That's all. I just want to sit back and watch it with you guys and girls. That's all I want to do. That's it. Chris would be that. Chris would be the GM. I'd be a coach. I'd be like the linebacker coach. I feel like I'd be a good linebackers coach. I think I can do that. I got that fiery personality. I think we can do that. Steven, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it, my man. I hope you're doing well. I know you've been busy. I know you got family, job, all that stuff. I can relate, my man. My friend from across the pond, he says, so happy Mara ordered a clown car as a goodbye gift. He kicked Joe Judge, and John Mara put on a big pair of clown shoes, and he kicked Joe Judge right in the ass out the door with them. That's what he did. Chris H., thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He says, thank you, Jesus. We got 1,900 people in here, guys. Hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Ring the bell because we're going to be doing a lot of Giants offseason content. It's going to be happy content now. Talk about happy days and positivity going into the 2022 season. All new. We get to look forward to 2 top 10 picks in this year's draft. Got a lot of draft picks. Let's do this right this time. Let's turn this thing around for real and get ready to go and be good in the next couple of years. Good. And then great. That's where we want to get to. Irish, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Says we finally got the colonoscopy. Yes, we did. New GM and new head coach and an all-new coaching staff. That's correct. And hopefully new scouting department, too. Owen Hightower, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. He says, now get Mike Glennon out of there, too. I'm happy for you. Yeah, Glennon ain't going to be here next year. There's going to be a lot of changes. Adam Mikowski, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. Left a meeting to hop in here. Thank freaking God. You're the man, Adam. I appreciate that. You definitely didn't need to leave a meeting to hop in here, but I love it. Adam's in a meeting. He gets an update on his phone. He goes, Judge is fine. I got to go. I got to go take this call. Adam left his meeting and said, I got to go look at the tape. I appreciate it, Adam. Spaz out. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. What if this was a setup? Fire Judge now will make us happy, and they hire Kevin Abrams and rehire Judge. No, they would never do that. They would never do that. They'd have people jumping off the Tappan Zee Bridge if they did that. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Nelson, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. Aaron Rodgers' reaction to the Giants quarterback. I didn't see that. When I looked at the Joe Judge, like when I saw the Joe Judge thing, I have to go back and look at the Aaron Rodgers. They said they mocked him. The Aaron Rodgers mocked him about that. So I definitely got to go back and look at that. For sure. I got to go back and look at the tape. JD, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Sources, Joe's response to the firing that I have to go look at the tape right there before I make any definitive statements. Oh, yeah. Joe Judge is going to have a press conference on this channel. Don't worry about it. We got one more. We got one more Joe Judge press conference, and he's out of our lives forever. And that's me doing Joe Judge. You know what I'm talking about. Chris Lee, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. He says, did somebody kidnap Mara, hack the Giant system? I can't believe it was him that made this decision. You and me both. Chris, I thought we were stuck with him, man. I was so, like I said, you watch that video I did yesterday? For a minute, that video through the first 3 hours had more than any of my post-game videos. I was like, wow, that thing blew up. I said, I guess a lot of people feel the way I do, and I was upset. I'm happy now. Complete 180, man. Nick, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. He says, is this what it feels like to lose your V card? Losing the V card's a little bit better, but it's pretty damn close. It's pretty close. It was a long, long, long time ago for me that happened. That was even before, way before you were born even. But they both feel pretty damn good, I can tell you that. Jeremiah, my man, thank you so much for the super chat. Big Eagles fan, he says, no! You know you're happy for me, Jeremiah. That's why you're the man. David Hincappy, thank you so much. From down south of the border in Mexico, he says, glad they're both out. But who carries more of the blame, Gettleman or Judge? Gettleman carries more of the blame. He was here longer and he built this roster. He definitely carries more of the blame. Joe Judge just couldn't listen. Joe Judge did not take over a great situation by any means. Bad cap situation, devoid of talent, complete and utter mess with banged up players that are always hurt, and an incompetent GM. He took over a bad spot, but he's not a good coach. He didn't coach anybody up. You didn't see the players getting any better. He couldn't do it. His in-game decisions were terrible. He was too conservative. It's like he was scared to make a mistake, and all he kept doing was making mistakes. He just didn't know how to coach. It's not like he took over a great spot and ruined it. This was disgusting before he got here, but he made it worse, if that's possible. Davey, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. He says, Jason Garrett must be laughing his ass off. That was Jason Garrett's fault. Remember, we all blamed, well, I didn't blame Jason Garrett. But yes, Jason Garrett's fault. It's Jason Garrett's fault that he's gone. I'm happy. If Jason Garrett's fault is the reason this all got blown up, thank you, Ginger Jesus. Anthony, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. Baddog, how's it going? Today is a great day. I love your videos, brother. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. And Yankee baseball right around the corner, my man. Me and Pete be working together. I'm excited for Yankee baseball for sure. That's not too far away. We got, about 6 weeks before pitchers and catchers report to spring training. So hopefully they get this lockout solved, and I think they will. But thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. And yes, today is a happy day for sure. Hey, Bob, thank you, brother. There you go. He says, I'm looking forward to baseball on this channel. Soon, my man. Get April back. We'll definitely be back. Definitely. No, I can't do a ton of Yankee games for the same reason I can't do the Knicks, but we'll definitely be doing it. Stone Sour, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Is Patrick Graham safe now? No, Patrick Graham is getting an interview for head coaching jobs. Patrick Graham is going to go interview to be a head coach someplace. That was a rumor already. He was probably going to leave. He was going to leave. Room 237. I was watching The Shining when I came down here. No BS. It's on channel 689 on Fios. No BS. What's in room 237? Thanks so much. Rad Rom. Is Judge going to throw the challenge flag? He might. He might have to go back and look at the tape. Rad Rom. Rad Rom. Rad Rom. Shining is classic. A classic for sure. Adam, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He says, Judge going to have to take a look at the tape after this one. Worst Giants coach since I've been alive. You and me both. I think he was worse than Ray Hanley, to be completely honest with you. I think he was terrible. Connor, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. Biggest W for us since our last Super Bowl. Facts. Depressed Giants fan, thank you. You can change your name to Optimistic Giants fan now. He says, God does exist. Thank you, Jesus. You're echoing the sentiments of every Giants fan in here. Chris L., thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Best day of this franchise in Super Bowl 46. Agreed. It's been a long time coming, man, since I'm just so happy they fired him. I could not do this again. Dante Adams, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. He says, the clown show is no more. I love your channel, by the way. Much love. Thank you, Dante. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate it. Like I said, all you guys and girls support got me through this year. If you watch the streams at the end of the year, you can see I'm losing my mind. I'm just I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm hysterical with how bad this team was, and I hated it. Blue Collar, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. Hey, Baddog, now we need to hit on a GM, a coach, in the draft. Let's go Giants. Exactly, Blue Collar. Get a real GM in here. Get some real football people in here. Let the football people make the decisions. Let's get some good picks with our first 2 picks in this year's draft and start building the right way. Mike, my man, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I could not have mustered any energy. Me neither. I feel you, brother. I don't know if you watched that video I did yesterday or not, but trust me, I couldn't either. I was down. I was as low as I'd ever been as a Giants fan was yesterday. I was as low as I'd ever been. Al Bats, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. He says, watching the players speak positively about Judge yesterday was like watching hostages blinking a Morse code. Yeah, Daniel Jones, I learned a lot from him. Like, what'd you learn, Daniel? You threw 21 touchdowns and 17 interceptions in 2 seasons here. You threw 24 touchdowns your rookie season. You missed 8 games with injury. I think that he was careless with Daniel Jones' health. He didn't let Daniel Jones do anything. The only game we actually saw Daniel Jones throw the ball down the field was against New Orleans. And what did he do? He threw for 400 yards. I don't know what Joe Judge just, no. I don't think it was right. I don't think he didn't know what to do. Anthony, yes, I would believe Daniel Jones is staying. I can't see. I don't know. I'm going to assume he is, but you don't know. You never know. We'll see what they do in the draft. I don't want a quarterback, but maybe this GM does. Maybe they trade for, I don't know. It'll be a very interesting offseason. That I know. Dominic, thanks so much, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, so happy. Time to rebuild the right way. Yeah, from the ground up. We need an offensive line. You know, our former GM, Dave Gettleman, that's what he said. We're going to build the offensive line. He didn't build anything. Took 3 offensive linemen. in 1 year's draft, and I expected them to be it. Didn't take any linemen last year. Had 6 first-round picks in his tenure here. Took 1 offensive lineman with 1 of them picks, with a bunch of them staring him in the face, and he never wanted anything to do with it. NITB, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Says, glad to see you smiling, dog. Although it's sad that it feels like we won the Super Bowl because of this. I know. That tells you how bad it's been in ITB, but hopefully, hopefully we win a Super Bowl and we know what that feels like again. That'd be great. We could have that feeling again for really winning one. Yuri, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Brian Flores, come home to New York. He's from Brooklyn. That's what I hear. I would love Brian Flores. I would love Brian Flores here. Look at my man Punkham in the house. I knew Punkham would be here. Punkham been with me since 2008 when I was doing YouTube videos way back before anyone even knew what the hell sports on YouTube was. My man Punkham. Always appreciate you being here, buddy. James Petty, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Says the clown show is gone. Let's go. Thank God that clown show is gone. Thank God. Jeremiah, thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate it. He says, saw an article from the New York Post that referred to his quarterback sneaks as clown show calls. That was putting it nicely. Who the hell runs a quarterback sneak on 3rd down and 9 from their own 4-yard line? Who says that? 21 Emar, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Says, as an Eagles fan, glad the NFC East is trending up. The Lord Brunson, Louis T-Law, Baddog roundtable is going to be legendary since you guys can only be better. NFC East is back. I hope you're right. And I love working with those guys, man. I love that roundtable. I love working with Lord Brunson, Louis T, and they're all great dudes. They're all awesome. They all make great content. They all know their stuff. They're very passionate fans. I love doing that roundtable. And I hope you're right. I hope the NFC East is back. I want the Giants to get the hell out of the doldrums. I want Washington to find a way. I want all 4 of us to be competitive again the way it was when I was growing up in the 80s, where they were all very formidable opponents. That was a lot of fun. Harrison, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. He says, yes, clown is gone. I got my birthday exactly 1 week early. I'm a happy Giants fan now. Well, happy early birthday. Seems like a lot of people got their birthday wish here with Joe Judge being gone. My birthday is not until July, so really early for me. Late Christmas present for bad things. Santa forgot to drop that one off under the tree for me. Was Joe Judge's pink slip. Found that under the Christmas tree this afternoon. Made me happy. David Krantz, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. A little song for Joe Judge getting canned like tuna. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. Steam sang that, I believe, back in 1970, maybe. Bones, my man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Today is a great day to be a Giant. It's looking up, my man. It is looking up. Raymond Roland, thank you for the super sticker, man. I don't know if I can see this because my chat's going to be way behind over here. I think, where'd it go? No, I think I missed it. Where is it? Nah, I missed it, man. Sorry, but thanks so much for the $5 super sticker. I like to act them out, but I couldn't see it. But thank you for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate it. Dante, my man, thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. Dante Adams, welcome to the Dog Pound. Dog Pound members, where you at? Welcome Dante Adams into the Dog Pound. Who? Let's go. Thank you so much for becoming a member, man. I really appreciate that. Jamila King, thank you, my man. Appreciate it, brother. He says, I was dancing to celebrate good times. So happy. I don't blame you. I can't dance, but in my head, I was. In my head, I was dancing for sure. Definitely dancing in my head. Door Gunner, thanks so much. I appreciate it, man. He says, as a Washington football team fan, I am saddened by this fire. I'm sure you are. I'm sure the NFC East, like I said, the NFC East is coming here. They've supported me. You guys and girls are great. And I understand that you're saddened by our loss of our head coach. I understand that. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I love your head coach, by the way. I love Ron Rivera. Empowering Ancestry. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Love the streaming. When will the baseball season start? March, probably. I'll do a couple of preseason games. We'll start talking about the Yankees, but definitely April we'll do some Yankee games. Again, they play at 7, so I can't do a ton of Yankee games, but I'll probably do 1 or 2 a week, and I'll have Yankee videos and stuff up for sure. Yankee fans, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Trade for Deshaun Watson and get rid of Daniel Jones. Listen, if there was any way that we could get Deshaun Watson, I would be all for that in a heartbeat. If everything clears and he's found not guilty and we could do it, definitely. I would definitely take Deshaun Watson. He's one of my favorite players in the league. I love them coming out of Clemson. I wanted to draft him. I love him. He's 25 years old. Got all the talent in the world. I would love Deshaun Watson. Fork tongue, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Joe Judge talking to the players like a serial killer to the victim's family because he thinks the police have no evidence. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That is pretty accurate. That is pretty accurate. Steel Maiden, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Judge ain't even worthy of pumping gas with Haney and Slade. Thank God you took out the trash. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And how many bullets were you sweating when it looked like the Chargers and Raiders might tie and you might miss the playoffs? By the way, congratulations on getting into the playoffs. One last run for Big Ben before he hits Canton. Winner Circle, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Give Doug Peterson a shot. I'm not the biggest Peterson fan. I feel like the Eagles won despite him. I feel like the Eagles did him wrong. I'm not so sure I'd want Doug Peterson. I never really liked him even when he was a Philly. I never thought he was a great coach. Just didn't. I thought he'd try to get too cute, go for 2 points when it wasn't warranted and all this other stuff. So I don't know. Lax, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. He says, I honestly don't expect much to change till they fire Chris Mara. We are still stuck. It doesn't matter who they hire as GM or head coach. I don't think they're going to fire him. He's family. But hopefully, he's not as big of a part as what he used to be. Hopefully they allow the GM, because they're looking to hire a GM outside of this organization. Hopefully they allow that GM to make his decisions and leave the other crap to the other people. They got to step out of it. The mayors have to step out of it, let this GM do what he wants to do. That has to happen. Simon, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. He says, I love the way the Bills have built their team, especially the O-line from scratch. So I'm sold on Schoen. Still open other guys, though. Who do you want? Like I said, I don't really have a preference. I don't know much about the GM candidates. I really don't. I never look into that. I don't know much about GMs. I don't know where they come from, to be honest with you. So it's hard for me to talk about that. I'm better with coaches and stuff like that. The front office stuff is a little bit, I don't have enough time to research it. You know what I mean? But I'll definitely research it once I know who the hell we were, these candidates that we're going to bring in here for some interviews. Imp, my man. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. He says, Pennywise and Bozo, hire them. If we must have clowns, get professionals. That's right. Those are professionals. Don't forget Homie the Clown. He was a good one, too. Homie the Clown. Ronald McDonald Clown. Ronald McDonald Clown, too. Pencil Man. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate the super chat. He says, I've been a Giant fan since the 60s. The past 4 years have been the worst. And you did a great job expressing your opinion of this clown organization. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. And I'll tell you, Pencil Man, I had a lot of Giants fans your age, like a generation ahead of me, that grew up, in the 60s and 70s. My dad was a fan of the 60s, God rest his soul. And he said, told me a lot about how bad the 70s were with Craig Morton and Pisarcik and Homer Jones and just, Arnsparger and the Yale Bowl, them playing in the Yale Bowl and all this other stuff. And the fact that there are a lot of people that grew up through that era that said this is the worst tells you all you need to know, because the 70s Giants from 64 to 83, that 20-year period was awful. So that speaks volumes when guys who lived through the first, I missed it because I started watching them in 84 and I was 8 years old. And the guys that lived through the first era of darkness with the Giants saying this is bad tells you how bad it really is. Jason, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Please tell me you're having your victory scotch. I don't have any scotch. I got to go buy some. I do. My man Lucas gave me a super chat to pay for scotch. I got to go get some scotch. I'll probably do that this weekend now that I think about it. I need some scotch. You need some good scotch. You're right about that. I'm going to go look at the tape right there. I got to get me some good scotch. And hopefully we're doing some victory scotches at the end of the games this year. But you're right. Next time I go live, I'll have to do a victory scotch for the Joe Judge firing. Good call. No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. Thank you for the super chat. He says, DJ probably gone. We'll see. No guarantees. I'm very anxious to see what the Giants do with everything now. Now we really don't know. Everything's up in the air. Saquon Barkley could get traded. You don't know. It's going to be a very interesting offseason. It really is. I don't think anybody's safe on this team. I don't think anybody is safe, except like Andrew Thomas, maybe Xavier McKinney, Azeez Ojulari. I don't know. Kadarius Toney. But you don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Mike, thanks so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Tish finally stepped in and put his foot down. You're probably right. It probably was Tish that said, we're done with this. That's right, Hunter. Joe Judge is not the man. He is the clown. He is not the man. Rib 620, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Judge will pull a George Costanza show up at MetLife Stadium or like he was never fired. Yes, and then he's going to try to roofie John Mara like he did, like George did Rick Barr. I always like that part when he's like, Things just fall in my lap, but George Costanza just goes, boom! That's my favorite. You wouldn't believe it if I told you. I love Seinfeld. Favorite show of all time. Maybe he will try to show up. That'd be pretty funny. The only difference is Costanza quit and Judge is fired. That's the only difference. Evan, thank you so much. I appreciate it, my man. Do you personally think the new GM should go after Brian Flores? I love Brian Flores. I would definitely interview him. I would definitely interview him for the job. I don't know what direction they want to go, but I would definitely interview Brian Flores. He would definitely be at the top of my list for candidates to interview for the Giants coaching job, for sure. Fabian, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. AKA Fabian Albiar, time for a change. It is time for a change. Change is coming. Change is coming. Scott, thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Wish the Yankees fired Aaron Boone. You and me both. You and me both. J-Bro, thank you, my man. I really appreciate the super chat. It says, who would you like as GM and head coach? Also, which quarterback do you like going into 2022? Like I said, I like Brian Flores. I like Jim Harbaugh. I don't know what other candidates. I like Eric Bieniemy. Byron Leftwich is a big name. Me personally, I don't want another. I don't think Daniel Jones is the guy, but I think you give him year 4. I think you bring him in here. Again, he's going to have to learn a new system. He can't be worse than he was with Joe Judge. Build an offensive line. Work around Daniel Jones' strengths, and let's see what he has in year 4. He could be our stopgap quarterback. I do not like the quarterback class. I want to go lineman with our first 2 picks. If that's offensive and defensive lineman, whatever. I want either 2 offensive linemen or an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman. We need to build in the trenches. As far as GMs go, like I said, I don't know a lot about GMs and who we're bringing in here as candidates and where they're going to come from. So I can't really speak to that, but there's definitely a few head coach candidates I would interview. And again, I want to go line. I don't know what they're going to do with the quarterback. My man, Jeffrey, you don't want the quarterback here, though. I can tell you that. Jeffrey, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Even though Gettleman had his major faults, Odell, Zeitler, and number 8, he left this franchise in a good spot with future draft picks. Take care of Dave Gettleman. That he did, Jeffrey. That's a good point. He did leave us in good shape. We got, what, 7? What do we have? 5 picks in the top 85 or something? 6 picks in the top 85. We got a lot of picks earlier in the draft. So you're right. He did do that. Good call, Jeffrey. He did do that. And Jeffrey, you might not have number 8 here next year. You never know. Personally, I would keep him for another year, but we don't know now. It's definitely not set in stone. It's definitely a lot more up in the air than it was before today. Johnny Laterno, thank you, my man. I really appreciate the super chat. Stella, Baddog, you're the best. I know this firing keeps you from possibly even thinking about joining my Eagles. Damn it, Mara. Ruined it. Love you, buddy. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. I wish you guys luck. I wish you and my man Jeremiah luck in the playoffs, but I wouldn't mean that, so I'm not going to do that. Jeremiah, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, I'm happy that you're happy. In all honesty, you deserve better. It would have been beautiful for us if you kept those 2 guys for a few more years. I appreciate you, Jeremiah. I do. I appreciate it. I understand, Eagle. I understand the NFC East is they're a little saddened today because they said, damn, now you don't have 2 easy wins every year. You still might, but it's not. You definitely knew you had 2 wins when Joe Judge was our head coach. You don't know that anymore. I don't even know how the Giants beat the Eagles the first time play. I had no clue. Evan, thank you so much on the $5. Boom! I really appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much for that. Joe Pazos, thank you so much on the $5. Boom! Much appreciated, my man. Really do appreciate that. Where are we? Max, thank you so much on the $1. Boom! I really appreciate it, man. Let's go. Yes, he does have to look at the tape first. You have to got to look at the tape. Jay, thank you, my man. I really appreciate the super chat. He says, no more of the Cape Cod potato chips and choke fudge with those Philly cheesesteaks and toxic whiz. Get some real stuff now. That's right. We're going to start serving real nachos, large soda for the ticket holders this year. Giants are moving in the right direction. Oh, 3. Thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. He says, y'all should have kept them. Get Nagy next. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll pass on Matt Nagy. I will pass. Evan, thank you so much on a $5. Boom! I really appreciate it. I'm so freaking happy, man. So happy. V-Man, thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, when we hit our lowest point, we are open to the greatest challenge. Avatar Aang from Nickelodeon's Legend of Korra. I remember the last time I watched Nickelodeon. All I know is our lowest point was quarterback sneaking on 3rd and 9. That was our lowest point. Fabian, thanks much for becoming a member, man. I really appreciate it. Fabian, Welcome to the Dog Pound. Where are my Dog Pound members at? Welcome, Fabian, into the Dog Pound. Who? Let's go. Thank you so much, man. I'm so happy. It's been a long time since I've been this happy about anything the Giants have done, man. I'm happy. I was so out of it yesterday. I was so sad yesterday. I really was. The Giants are depressing me. Musab, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Got any old coordinators of mine? Any college minds? I don't, to be honest with you. I'd have to go look at a tape. I don't know who's coming out of the college ranks. It's a good question, though. But the thing is, I whoever our offensive coordinator is, I want our head coach to make that decision. I want the GM to select the head coach. I want the head coach to select his coordinators. I want the the head coach to select his staff. I don't want him being forced anybody by anybody. Let that head coach pick who he wants to work with. Let's do it the right way this time. Julian, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Baddog, go Yanks and Giants. Let's go. Hope you're staying safe in these crazy times. Thank you, Julian. I hope you are too. And yes, definitely go Yankees and go Giants. Not too far away from Yankee baseball, which I am definitely looking forward to. Jeremiah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. He says, no more circus music. Mia is a weird org, by the way. I don't know what that is, but you want some circus music here? Bye-bye, Joe. Bye-bye, Joe. Bye-bye, Joe. Blue, thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, Joe Judge was a clown. Want people to remember what this team was without DJ, how Saquon did this year, etc. But it's a business, so he's replaced, so be it. However, if we trade, we lose. I don't think we're going to trade those picks. I'll be shocked if we trade those picks. I really will. I think the Giants got to go. They have to build this correctly. Carlos, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. He says the last 4 games proves that Joe Judge fired himself. He pretty much did fire himself. I agree. It was, what's going on here? Why am we stuck? Jay Berman, thank you for the super stick. Number 1 fan, baby. Thank you, Jay. I really appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much for that, sir. They just don't show up on here. Evan, thank you, my man. I really appreciate it. He says, we don't even need to look at the tape for this one. I did have to look at the tape. I wanted to double check. And then when I knew it was final, I was like, we going live. Got to go live for this one. Steve, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He says, sup, Baddog. You're a Canadian Giants fan. Been a while. As excited as we should be, we can't forget Mara's the type of guy to rehire Jason Garrett as coach. This is true. I don't think Jason Garrett would ever want to come back to this organization, though, Steve. I appreciate you, my man, north of the border. It's very cold up here today. I wonder how cold it is up there. Unless you're out in Vancouver, that place is a little bit warmer. But I don't think that he would ever come back here. I don't think Jason Garrett would ever come back here. Sean, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. Says, here's some more money for the Scotch. Those quarterback sneaks, national embarrassment, and overall estrogen-based philosophy did them in. Cheers. 2 offensive linemen are 1 O-line and a Kobe Dean with you. Kobe Dean's a beast. Kobe Dean's a beast. I love Kobe Dean. But thank you, Shah. And yes, you're right. Those were. And his estrogen-based philosophy is perfectly put. Joe Judge is full of estrogen. Talk with testosterone, coached with estrogen. That's exactly what he did. He talked with testosterone. He coached with estrogen. There's a big difference. Julian, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, Baddog, whatever happened to the boom? I live for that. I still do it if I get a super chat with no message. That's when I do that. If I get a super chat with no message, I do that. Chris Nally, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You could actually be the man because Judge ain't it. Judge is the clown, Chris. We all know Judge. Judge is the clown. Judge is the clown. SPG, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Adam Peters, 49ers assistant. GM is 38 years old and had 18 years of NFL experience. I think he'd be great. Not afraid to make huge moves to win games. Like I said, I don't know much about him, but I will be doing a lot of research once I find out who these guys are that they come in for interviews. And, obviously once we hire somebody, then I want to know a lot about them. But definitely not Urban Meyer. No, Urban Meyer will never coach in the NFL again. Urban Meyer's done in the NFL. And I called that. I said he wouldn't get out of Jacksonville after a year, and he wouldn't. I said he wouldn't last a year there, and he didn't. Blake, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. Super Chat says Joe Schoen and Brian Dobble get rid of DJ. Yeah, those are definitely popular names. We're going to see with Daniel Jones. Me personally, I would keep Daniel Jones for a 4th year. He's not costing you a lot of money. He can be your stopgap quarterback. I don't like the quarterbacks in this year's draft. I really don't want to go and take a quarterback in the top 7. I think we'd really be reaching there. You don't take a quarterback just to take one. I kind of want to build the offensive line, see if Daniel Jones is any good. And if he's not, then you can go in 2023 and you can look at a quarterback there because the class will be a little bit better than this one. And you'll have cap space if you want to go out and get one. So I just feel like 2023 sets up better to bring in a new quarterback if Daniel Jones ain't the guy. I just feel like Daniel Jones, I just don't want a quarterback this year. I just feel like there's so many other things that we really have to address before we go out there and get it. Because if you put a new quarterback into a situation without a good offensive line, you set him up for failure, just like we did with Daniel Jones. It's going to be tough for a new quarterback to succeed under the situation that we currently have, you know. Amir, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. He says, I was telling Chris he could get fired yesterday. I guess it was one day off. What a great day to be a Giants fan. I'm so happy, Amir. I was so sad yesterday. I was upset. I really thought we were keeping that guy. I really thought we were going to do the same thing. And thank God we didn't. Gangrene David, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it very much. He says, this reminds me of when we fired Gase last year. Yeah, happy days were there. You guys struggled again this year, but at least you're moving in the right direction. Like the Jets fought all the way to the end. You know what I mean? They dealt with some injuries at their quarterbacks. You had Mike White in there playing at one point. And you guys still fought. So if nothing else, you're moving in the right direction. You know, you took Vera Tucker, you took Becton. I mean, you built your offensive line, you got your quarterback. You're doing it the right way. It takes a little time. We didn't do it the right way, and we were never getting any better. So it was rough for us. But I hope you're doing well, Gangrene David. I hope you're doing well. So good to see you, my man. I see you post on Facebook, or not Facebook, Instagram now and again. Looks like you're doing all right, my friend. Joseph, thanks so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Will the New York Giants consider a trade down to address the offensive line and other deficiencies? Jets and Giants have major holes to fill left and right. Both of them have high draft picks. It'll be interesting, Joseph. I mean, I don't want to trade them both, but I would not be adverse to trading one of those picks. If we get our guy at 5 and want to trade back and get some more draft capital, maybe a future first, you know, a first this year and a future first in next year's draft, I wouldn't be adverse to doing that. Definitely not. Because our cap space ain't great. You build through the draft. If you can accumulate more draft picks, I'd have no problem with that. But I'm thinking picking 7, they're probably going to get 2 guys that they really like. If we would have got that pick and it was 11 or 12, you might have traded it back. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I wouldn't want to trade both of those picks, but one of them is definitely possible if we're going to get future firsts. Like if we trade the 7th pick and get whoever we trade with their first round pick this year, a second round pick, and maybe a future first and second, depending on where we trade to, I would be all for that. Dashy, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. As a Bengals fan, I'm happy that the Giants fired Joe Judge. GM wise, I look for a GM that's outside of the organization. I think they're going to do that, Dashy. I think they're definitely looking outside of the organization. And I appreciate it, brother. Good luck to your Bengals in the playoffs. You're getting the Raiders, so I know you're happy about that. A little bit less stressful than going against Belichick. Completely understand that. You see, and that's the thing. People are like, oh, the Giants had this, the Giants had that. Nobody went through more adversity and turmoil than the Raiders did this year. The Raiders went through more adversity and turmoil than any team in the NFL. They made the playoffs. I don't want to hear no excuses. I didn't want to hear any excuses. I didn't want to hear them anyway. I never made excuses. But think of all the things the Raiders went through this year. They're in the playoffs. Steel Maiden, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Says Judge ain't even worthy of pumping gas. I think I read that one already. With Haney and Slayton, thank God you all took out the trash. Thank God is right. Thank God we took out the trash. Thank you for the beer. I should have got a beer. I should have started with a beer. Jeremiah, thanks so much. I appreciate it. MIA, Eagles Miami, what a weird franchise. I don't understand why they fired Flores. That made no sense to me. No sense. Tana Banana, thank you so much for super chat. I really appreciate it. This is Baddog. The clown show is over. Kinda. We got rid of a lot of it. Hopefully we don't bring in an all new clown show, but we did get rid of the old one. Thank God. Johnny, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Judge is gone now for Cowboys to lose. Let's go. I'm all for the Cowboys losing to the Niners. I'm all for that. I'm all for 49ers pulling off that upset. Philip, thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. I heard your scream of happiness here in Denmark. Oh, I'm sure you did. I appreciate you tuning in from Denmark, my man. And I'm sure that can be heard all around the world. They talk about Bobby Thompson's home run being the shot around the world. I think my scream of joy might have been heard from around the world this time around, man. I'm just so happy that they did this correctly. You know what I mean? It's been a rough couple of years, and I'm so happy that they got rid of him. I really am. I couldn't stand him. I think it was terrible. Just everything he did was wrong. You know what I mean? Everything that he did was wrong, and it sucks. But I'm just so happy he's gone, man. I was depressed yesterday. We had a lot of crap going on. I was actually going to do a therapy session, and I don't need to do a therapy session now because the therapy was him getting fired. Kellen Moore, yeah, I mean, we'll see what Kellen Moore does. He might want to take over in Dallas. I don't know how long Mike McCarthy will be there, but that is definitely somebody that we can do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a beer. I'm going to have a beer with you fellas, and then I'll let you go on your merry. Let me get a beer. We got to celebrate. I need a cold beer. We're going to get a cold beer. We're going to open that sucker. We're going to celebrate Joe Judge being gone. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and we'll be right back. Let's go. Let's go. Bye-bye, Joe. Bye-bye, Joe. Joe Judge is gone. Joe Judge is gone. Joseph Judge. Joe. You ain't got to go, Joe, but you got to get the hell out of here. Kyle, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. Chris Sims for Giants GM. I don't know who they're going to bring in for Giants GM. I don't know if it'll be Chris Sims, but it'll be interesting for sure to see what they do. Definitely, man. Joe Judge is going. So happy, man. So happy. Cheers, Arthur. Hope you're doing well, my man. Hope you're doing all right. I appreciate all you guys, girls, hanging out. This was great news. This was great news. Next man up. Indeed. Lloyd says, Linderbaum at 7. We lost Creed. Yeah, they should have never let Creed go away. Creed went 57th overall. I like Tyler Linderbaum. I'd be happy if we could get Linderbaum and Neal. If we got 2 offensive linemen, it would not be the worst thing in the world. I'd be happy with that. I'm a defensive guy, but I would be all about, unless Thibodeau or Hutchinson fell down there, which I don't think they will. I'm all for 2 offensive linemen with their first 2 picks, Lloyd, for sure. Nirvana Junkie, thanks so much. Smells like Teen Spirit. Smells like Joe Judge got fired. He says, I'm so heartened by that Mara said the GM will hire the next coach. When his father stepped away from decisions, it's when the necessary changes happened. That's right. That's exactly what we need as Giants fans. We need Mara to let the football people make the football moves, and he just needs to sign the checks. I wouldn't want Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien ruined. That's the same. Not same. Is that the same guy that coached at Texas? I don't even know if it's the same guy. He's the offensive coordinator for Alabama, but I don't know if I would want Bill O'Brien. I don't know. I don't have any thoughts about Bill O'Brien. It's always tough when they come from Bama because Bama is always the best. It's kind of like the Belichick thing. Are these guys any good because of Saban, or are they good because they're good? You know? We'll see. The Giants are going to do a lot of research on this. So be imagined. 301 Cowboy says, I'm happy for you, Baddog. Hopefully the Cowboys and Giants will be fighting for the division and the Eagles of Washington. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I appreciate that. I would love it. I would love to be fighting with anybody in this division for the end of it. For sure. Jerry says, remember, these first rounders have to be kept and paid. No more letting them go. Yeah, I agree. We have to get cap space, Jeffrey. Our cap space is screwed. That's correct. That's correct. The executional, what was it? We fundamentally executed. We execution fundamentally. No, that's not what I said. I don't even remember. We executionally fundamentaled. Finally, John Mara executionally fundamentaled when he fired Joe Judge. We'll have the Joe Judge press conference on this channel in a couple of days. We'll have his exiting press conference. That's what we're going to do. Johnny, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. Says, Baddog, I know you hate my Eagles, but you see you're happy. But outside of that, I hope the Giants go 53 years before next Super Bowl, but you're a great person. I appreciate that, Johnny. I don't blame you. I hope the Eagles never win a Super Bowl for as long as I live, but it's all good. What kind of beer am I drinking? It's a Saranac Winter Lager. It's good. Tastes extra better today because Joe Judge ain't here. I don't have scotch. This is my victory celebration. Victory celebration. Giants will be off for 1 year. Let's give the new guys a chance. There could be something. Well, listen, after 1 year, you can't get on him after 1 year, especially with how bad the situation is. Listen, I didn't get on Gettleman's case until this year. Even last year, I'm like, I'm not going to be mad if he comes back. I'm not going to be mad if he gets fired. I wasn't really, but I gave Gettleman a few years. And Joe Judge, I said it in one of my videos, we were 1-6 last year. I was still saying Joe Judge was the man, and I still thought we were the best team in the NFC East. This year from week 1, I knew it was wrong. When he threw that challenge flag against Denver, and we came out flat and unprepared and got beat down, I knew there was something wrong. And then when Dexter Lawrence jumps off sides on special teams, and we ended up losing that game because he got a second chance at a field goal, I just knew this was not the year. I knew it. Dude just didn't know how to coach. Didn't know how to. He was not a. He did all the things he said in that press conference. He didn't do. He didn't coach anybody up. These guys didn't learn anything from him. I honestly don't even know what the hell does. Can anybody tell me what the hell his coaching philosophy was besides he coached scared? He didn't have a coaching philosophy. What the hell? What the hell was our identity? Even when we were healthy, you know. I don't know. Matthew, how can I be the man when you're the man? Yeah, guys, Judge was over his head. Definitely. He was way in over his head. Definitely. Yes, the football team gets a name on February 2nd and new uniforms. Well, yeah, it probably is. I've been happy doing Judge. Well, some days I am. We beat the Eagles. I was pretty happy. More relieved probably than anything. But I haven't been happy with the Giants in a long time. This is the best thing for me. No, I'm not going to be on here much longer. I'm going to finish my beer and then I'm going to take off. This was impromptu. I didn't plan on being on YouTube at all today. Not at all. I did not plan on being live at all today. Judge will win a Super Bowl where? Where is he going to win a Super Bowl? Matt Patricia is way better than Judge Judy. Yeah, hell yes, man. Change is happening. Change is happening. Yeah, I did not. Like I said, I didn't plan on going live at all today. I was like, I'm going to just take a day off YouTube. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to be on social media. No videos, no nothing. And then I got the news. I'm like, there's no way. I rarely ever go, but the Giants make moves. I rarely ever go live. But this, for me, it made me so happy, especially, like I said, after the video I just made yesterday, and you guys know, if there has been anybody on YouTube, any content creators that you have watched that has been all over Joe Judge, there may have been content creators as visceral at Joe Judge as I was. That's not the word I'm looking for, I don't think, but whatever. There may have been some content creators as mad at Joe Judge or criticized him, but nobody criticized him more than me. Maybe as much. Nobody hated that guy more than me. You guys know that. Nobody wrecked that guy the way I did. I just couldn't stand him. He was full. Listen, I'm a New Yorker, man. You know, we can spot BS a mile away. That guy was a total BSer. That guy talked a big game and did the complete opposite. And why? What was he scared of? What was he scared of in the last few games? We were terrible. He had nothing to lose. Jay, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. He says, for the very first time since his hiring, Mara and Tish looked at the tape of Circus Boy Joe. They did. I told you, John Mara put them big clown shoes on and he kicked Joe Judge right in the ass. He kicked him right in the ass. Exactly. Cowboys was in the 80s, 90s, and always we had multiple teams in the NFC. Yeah, especially in the 80s. The 80s, they were all really good. You know, they were all really good. Draft one of the top 2 offensive linemen and 3. Listen, Rio, I'm okay with as long as they address that offensive line. I don't want like 2 defensive linemen and then like no offensive line, but I'm fine with them doing that. I'm fine with a couple of offensive linemen and 3 pass rushers, or 3 offensive linemen and a pass rusher and a linebacker. But I think that they really need to address the trenches. The first 3 picks, they need to go inside. That's where the game is won and lost, the line of scrimmage. We lose the line of scrimmage every game, especially on offense. So, Jeffrey says, you fooled me with that tough talk, diving in the ball. You're right, Jeffrey. He got me too. He got a lot of us. And he got Mara. He fooled Mara. Because you know, if he's fooling all of us saying, oh, yeah, this guy gets it. This guy's a fighter. This team's going to fight. This team's going to be different. They're going to have a good identity. All this stuff. John Mara probably thought the same thing. And then we watched the results, and they were no good. I commend John Mara, the man. 21, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the super chat. He says, as an Eagle fan, knowing the Giants can only get better this year, every team in the NFC East on the up. Looking forward to yes. I can't wait. For that. We'll do that again probably in the offseason. I would imagine 21. I don't know when. Obviously, LB and Law Nation, their teams are in the playoffs, but I'm sure we'll hook up soon. And again, that's so much fun. Like I remember when last time we did it, Louis T had just had twins. And I remember talking to him on Instagram. I said, hey, man, listen, if we got to push it back or something, not a problem. He goes, no, the show must go on. He's like, the wife knows. He's like, the show must go on. But he's like, it might have to be like really quick. And we ended up talking for like 3 hours and 45 minutes. But I could talk football with those guys for half the night. Seriously, I could talk football with those 3 guys for hours on end. But it'll be nice when we do it again, and I don't have to wear the bag on my head because my team is completely out of it. Where the other 3 guys got to talk about, now obviously Washington fell off because of COVID and injuries and everything else. They barely could field a team, for crying out loud. They dealt with some bad luck. But at the time we did the second round table, they were all talking about the playoffs, and I'm sitting there going, I can't even get involved in this. I can still talk my trash, but I can't get involved in it anymore. Was Garrett going to be a Giants coach? I never know. I don't think so. But Jerry says, I'm all for trenches, but damn, passing the quarterback like Malik Willis, he's dynamic, but we'll see. Again, Jeffrey, I just worry about if we brought Malik Willis in here, because, and this is the thing, Jeffrey, I was watching Malik Willis highlight stuff, right? I've said this. I watched him against Ole Miss because everyone's like, oh, there's no talent at Liberty. There's no talent. So I watched the game against Ole Miss, and he wasn't good. And everyone's like, and I read the comments. And they're like, oh, that's because Mississippi's talented. Mississippi this. This is Liberty. Liberty's got no talent. He's got no talent around him. And all I keep thinking to myself, Jeffrey, is this. If Malik Willis came here, he has no talent around him. So he'd be in the same situation going against superior teams, and he would not succeed because there's no talent around him. I feel like Malik Willis is a guy, if he went to a good team, could succeed immediately. Now, maybe he would come here and he might struggle for a couple of years, and then if you built around him, maybe he would be the man. But he would struggle with this team right now. With the way it's constructed, any rookie quarterback is going to struggle because this offensive line is just abysmal. Abysmal. Or as one of my coworkers said, abhorrent. They're terrible. Well, I'm going to be honest, I don't think Patrick Graham's going to stay here for the simple fact, I think that he's going to get a head coaching job somewhere. He's going to apply. We'll see. That's a really interesting question. If Brian Flores did come to New York, maybe they would keep Patrick Graham. It would be up to Brian Flores if that's what they did. Whoever our head coach is, I want him to make the decisions. I like Patrick Graham personally, but if a new head coach doesn't want him here, you gotta let the head coach pick his own staff. My Philippines exploration says, hit the thumbs up in this live. Yeah, we had almost 1,200 likes. That's pretty awesome. Rio, where did they go? Malik Willis is more suited for it. Yeah, I think Malik Willis, the Eagles are not that the Eagles are going to do it, but the Eagles are the good offensive line and a good running game. I think it's possible. I think it's possible for sure. Malik Willis couldn't have I don't know much about Malik Willis. I just know, like I said, I watched the game against read the comments about Ole Miss and said he would have the same problems with the Giants. We are not talented. And I just feel like a rookie quarterback would struggle here. Everyone talks about a stopgap. We have a stopgap in Daniel Jones. He doesn't cost anything in year 4. Can we just give this kid, let's exhaust all of the excuses for the Daniel Jones fans that say he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. Let's get him a good head coach. Let's get him a good system. Get him an offensive coordinator that works with him. Build an offensive line. And then if he's not the guy, then we know he's not the first. There's no other excuse anymore. Build the line. Get that running game working. Keep Daniel Jones healthy. And let's see. And if he's not, then we go in 2023. Because if you're just going to bring in a Tyrod Taylor or a Jacoby Brissett as a stopgap or a Jimmy Garoppolo, you might as well keep Jones. What the Giants do need to do is get a real backup quarterback like Marcus Mariota, like Jacoby Brissett. They need a real backup, like not that Gardner Minshew is going to be out there, but like Gardner Minshew. The offense really doesn't fall off when Gardner Minshew comes out there. He can't run like Jalen Hurts, but the Eagles' offense doesn't really struggle. It's no different. Like Gardner Minshew can play in this league. The Eagles gave up a 6th-round pick for him. We could have done that. We could have gave up a 6th-round pick for Gardner Minshew instead of having Mike Glennon. No, Jeffrey, listen, I understand, man. I understand. I get it. I'll tell you what I saw. When I look at Malik Willis, I mean, I don't want to compare. I don't think he'll ever be as good as this guy. When I watch Malik Willis, I see a poor man's Kyler Murray. I can see a little Kyler Murray in there. He's very fast. He's explosive. He has good hip torque. He's got a good arm. I just think he's inaccurate. Kyler Murray is not inaccurate. And Kyler Murray's got a good team around him, too. Kyler Murray had a great team in Oklahoma. He's got a very good team in Arizona. I just worry about, again, I think Malik Willis could be a good quarterback in the league, Jeffrey. I just don't know if he'd be set up to succeed here. That's my biggest issue. I'm not saying that these quarterbacks can't be something in the NFL if they go into the right situation. I just don't think the Giants are the right situation for any of these quarterbacks right now. The Emperor, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. He says, you know what's bad when Chris looks depressed? Why would anybody be depressed, man? We got rid of Clown Joe. No depression. This needed to happen. This had to happen. Had to happen. Had to happen. You know. We need to sell Daniel Jones for $100,000. We'll see. We'll see. BJ, new GMs take it. They could. Listen, I'm not going to be happy that I will not react like I did when they drafted Daniel Jones if we took a quarterback. And you're right. A lot of times GMs do want to take quarterbacks. However, I don't think a quarterback is. I've said this before. If the Giants take a lineman, say I don't even know who they could get at 5. Say they take a lineman at 5. I don't think they would take Linderbaum at 5. I love Tyler Linderbaum, okay? But I don't think they're going to take a center at 5. But say they take a lineman at 5. And somebody wants to move up to 7 from the 20s. And the Giants get, or say 18 even. I don't even know, okay? Say the Giants move back to 18, 19. They get the 18th pick in the draft. They get the 50th pick in the draft. They get a future first for next year, and they get like a future third. If they get a package like they did from the Bears to move back 11 spots again, okay, or 9 spots, whatever it was, and they want to take a quarterback back there, I'm not going to be, I still wouldn't like it, but I certainly could understand it if they took a quarterback later in the first round as opposed to in the top 10, especially getting more draft capital to build more of a foundation around the rookie quarterback. I just really think we've got to build this line. This line is terrible. If you could get an Evan Neal, a Tyler Linderbaum, and to go with Andrew Thomas, I really think you're building something at that point. I would just, you need to do that. The Cowboys did that, and it worked out for them very well. Dak Prescott on this team would be terrible. Dak Prescott in Dallas is pretty damn good. Good situation. I just don't think a quarterback coming in right now will be in a good situation here. Emperor, thank you for the. He said, no, I meant the team before not fire. Oh, yeah. Oh, the clown. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Everybody, Giants fans, depressed. I don't know any Giants fan that would have been happy with the way we played. We ran a quarterback sneak on 3rd and 9. We had minus 10 passing yards against the Bears. Pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I don't know. We shall see, but we shall see. But I'm going to get out of here. I just wanted to jump on here and express my happiness because a lot of you don't see me happy. Always see me rage, rant, pissed off, upset. I want to show you that I can be happy. I can be very happy. I'm very happy today. I wanted to share that with you guys and girls because I figured you felt my happiness as well. I figured you guys and girls are just as happy as me that clown is out of here, that the New York Giants are doing things the right way. A new GM, we're going to have a new head coach. The GM is going to get to select the head coach. Hands are not tied. Do what you got to do. We're going to be looking at all this stuff. We're going to have a lot of stuff going forward. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of videos. Raymond, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate a little. We have a lot of videos, and we're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. New head coach, new coordinators, new GM. And we're going to get ready for the draft. It's going to be a fun off season. This is going to be a fun off season for sure. Things are changing, and it's about time. This is going to be a fun off season. Apple Pie, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. As a Cowboys fan, I hope they screw it up. If they get it right, I'd be happy for you and the cool Giants fans. Appreciate it. That's what I'm saying, man. I've got Cowboys, Eagle fans, and Washington fans in here that are happy for Giants fans. Happy for me, and I appreciate that. Like I said, it's NFC East respect. I always appreciate it. We hate each other's teams with a passion. But I think that we all know the passion that the fan bases have in the NFC East for their teams. It's unrivaled. It's unrivaled. There's no the NFC East is the best division in football. The only division that has every one of the teams in the division has won a Super Bowl. We've won 13 as a group. I think we've played in 20 or something crazy like that as a group. We're the best division in football. Historically, we are the best. We have the best rivalries, the best fans. This division is awesome. I hate the hell out of the teams in this division, but I do love the rivalries, and I do love the fan bases. I think they're a lot of fun. I think the trash talking is a lot of fun. And like I said, at the end of the day, although we hate those teams, there is definitely a deep underlying respect for all the fan bases and the teams in this division because of the history. That's what makes it fun for me. That's what makes being part of this division a lot of fun for me. Jeremiah, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Says, poor Joe and Gettleman gave me some of the best entertainment of my life. That's what a circus does, Jeremiah. They're supposed to entertain. And that's what he did. Janice, my lady, Alabama Janice. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. Everybody in the chat, wish Janice Kyle a happy birthday. 29 years old today she is. Wish her a happy birthday. She won a great birthday present for me today. We had a lot of birthdays around this time. And a lot of people got their birthday wish. My birthday ain't till July, but I got a late Christmas present, man. That's what happened. That's what happened. Thank you, Wes, man. I appreciate that. I try to be entertaining, man. Listen, sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's hard to be entertaining when your team is just absolute cheeks, just straight buns. That's what the Giants have been for years. And, I try to be as entertaining as I can. When I'm ripping my team, I don't just come out and say they suck. I like to try to throw some comedy on it. I want to try to, like I said, I try to entertain. I try to at least get a laugh out of the situation the best that I can. And, again, I just want to seriously thank each and every one of you guys and girls that made this season bearable for me. I know a lot of you guys and girls come out and say that. Thanks, Baddog, for all the things you do because you make this season bearable, and I couldn't do it without you. Well, I could never do this without you guys and girls. The fact that we had over 2,000 freaking people in our last stream when there was nothing to play for, I think that speaks volumes about how great this fan base is. I could have never done it without you. LA Sports, Lucas, he did. He finally got his head out of there. He finally came up for some air and figured out, oh my God, I got to do something different. Daniel, thank you for the $1. Boom! I appreciate it. Oh, trust me, BBQ, Pat. I can still entertain. We're going to entertain again. Joe Judge is going to have his presser. Joe Judge is going to have his presser here in a couple. He's going to have his final presser in a couple of days. Just got to think about what I want to say in it, but we're going to get it together. My man, Rocha. What's going on, buddy? I am happy, man. I am happy. I mentioned a few of them, Rocha. I mentioned like Brian Flores is a guy I definitely take a look at. Jim Harbaugh, Eric Bieniemy, Byron Leftwich. They're definitely some guys that I would definitely take a look at. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting, and I'm excited for the change. I'm excited for new things going forward with the Giants, and hopefully this time the ownership gets it right. Hopefully this time they hire the right GM. Hopefully this time the GM hires the right head coach. Hopefully this time the head coach hires the right staff around him, and hopefully, God forbid, our scouting department and GM get the draft right, and we can start building some players. We can see difference makers. When you're drafting in the top 10, those guys need to come in and make an immediate impact. So whoever we take with these picks have got to make an immediate impact as soon as they get here. The way you're going to start building, and again, I think with those top 10 picks, it is a very attractive job now. With everything open for the GM, for whoever the GM is to come in here and take complete control with those top 10 draft picks and the ability to hire whoever the hell he wants as a head coach, I think it'll happen. I joked around about this, Jack, years ago that I felt like Odell Beckham would come back. Never say never. Now that Dave Gettleman's gone, never say never. You don't know. Maybe someday Odell Beckham does find his way back here. And I can tell you this, he still has it. He scored 5 touchdowns in 7 games with the Rams. Never say never. WRX, thank you for the $1. Boom! All right, let me get out of here, guys and girls, again. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys and girls hanging out with me today. This is a great day. Joe Judge is no longer. I'm so happy. And I appreciate all your support in this channel. It's awesome. This was kind of impromptu. We had 2,000 people in here at one point. Appreciate you. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go hang out with my kid, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Tuesday. Hopefully you guys and girls will do the same. So, Joe Judge, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, sir. Actually, no. You know what, Joe? Let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. And take them clown shoes with you and go jump into the freaking Hudson River. And we'll never see you again, sir. It's the bad diggity dizzle. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, everybody. I'm gone.